Crochet at My House. So you may notice background's a little bit different today. We are still working on changing things up for filming. So we're just filming in front of the wall today. And today we're doing a book video. I'm going to show you some books I've read first. Starting with Ink Spell, which I believe I showed in our last book haul / review. And I hadn't got very far on it at that time. I've actually finished this book now. I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting. There was always something going on. And I can't wait to start reading the next one.
She could barely put it down.
So this was really, really good. I would highly recommend it. Obviously, I would recommend you start with the first book, which is Ink Heart, but this book is good on its own. And there's plenty going on. So they're mostly inside the book in this book, rather than in our world, which is also really interesting. Some of the things that they can do inside the book are totally different to what we could normally do. Another book I showed ages ago is this one. This is Journey by Broomstick. Finished that quite a while back as well. It's all short moral stories. I don't know how far I'd gotten in the last video, but yeah, this is quite good. I would recommend it if you're looking for a sort of moral storybook for kids, or if you're looking for something just really fast and easy to read, because they are just super short stories. Like, the longest story is maybe 6 pages.
And I finally finished Little Foxies, which 3 of the foxes died close to the end. So I only had one, which was the biggest fox in the litter. Which he managed to get the fox all the way out to the wilderness. And then had to shoot up in the air to drive him away so he'd actually live. There's quite a few pictures.
Was it a good read?
Yeah, I'd read it again.
Would you read it again?
Yeah.
Would you recommend it to anyone?
Well, if you like foxes and little pictures, it would definitely be a good one.
Okay. So you should quite like that one. The next ones I haven't actually shown on here, but I have read them. Starting with The Lighthouse Keeper's Cat. We have been enjoying these books. They're a good story and they're quite short, so they're perfect for if you want a short story before bed, or if you're reading to your kids.
Yeah.
It's a really nice story. So the cat goes on a bit of an adventure, goes to many different people's homes, eats different things, and then realises he actually likes it back at the lighthouse with his original owners. So that's quite a good story.
And the pictures are lovely.
Yes. The next one I have, which is more recent than that one, this is A Dublin Fairy Tale. It is quite interesting. I haven't seen many like it. The basics of it is she's travelling from home to visit her gran who's ill, and she's to pick up things on the way, and she meets all sorts of different characters, including this dragon who's apparently afraid of pigeons. And there's this fox on a bike. I'm guessing it's a fox. Maybe it's a wolf. Maybe it's a wolf. He steals her basket. And then there's a bit of a hoo-ha with the other ones that she met. And then they all go and have tea at Gran's. So that's the book. It's a good short story, perfect for bedtime and all that kind of thing.
And the pictures are gorgeous.
Moving on, we're going to show a bunch of books that we haven't read yet but have gotten recently. And I'm going to start with this one. So this is The Foxy's Hiccups. It's one of Percy the Park Keeper's books. I love these books. I grew up with these stories. And they're short and sweet, but also of a time in a way that isn't now, because we don't really have any park keepers most of the time nowadays. So I just really enjoy these.
Next one is The Lone Wolf That Never Sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
Not read it.
Looks like a nice book.
Yeah.
No,
There's a picture there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any other pictures throughout it. Give me a second. No pictures of people.
Mm. You have to read it and find out what it's about.
Yeah.
The next book I have is this one. It's The Thief Lord. You may have noticed one of my favourite authors of the time is Cornelia Funk. I got into her books a while ago from reading Inkheart and Dragon Rider, and I've just been really liking her books. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, Cornelia Funk, I have to get that. Yeah. This basically is about an orphan, or two orphans, that are on the run in Venice, and they're hiding amongst the canals, and they meet some street kids and stuff. It's quite a interesting little thing. There's the back if you want to have a quick read. Yeah, and of course, with it being one of these books, they have these, which I enjoy, where they mention a page for you to go and read. For me, I never go to that page when I first get the book and find out what it says. What I like to do is read the book, and when I reach it, read it, and then find out what the hype was about that page, because it's almost like a benchmark, a halfway point for me. And I just like it. So there's that one.
Next one's A Horse Called Hero, and it's shiny.
Yeah, it's a lovely cover.
Yeah. No pictures.
No. You could hold the back up if you want them to see that.
Didn't even see that.
See, if you hold it closer,
They could read it and see what
if they
it's about.
pause, they might be able to read it.
It does look like a nice one.
Mm-hmm. The next one I have is a dragon-related book. So this is The Accidental Pirates, Journey to Dragon Island. I thought it looked interesting, quite a cool cover.
Another shiny letters.
Yeah, nice spine, shiny letters. And that's what it has about the book. This doesn't have one of those read the page things at the back. And there aren't really any pictures in here, although there is this. So they have these at the start of a lot of the chapters. Yeah. Good then.
Mr. Men, ready, steady, beak. And it does have glare. It's not the easiest one to show the shimmer.
That's because it's got a shiny, glassy kind of cover.
Yeah.
Next, I have this one. I thought it looked interesting right away. So, this is the Book of Merlin, the long-lost final volume of the classic Arthurian epic, Once and Future King. So, it's about Merlin and King Arthur and stuff like that. If you know anything about Arthur and the Round Table, you'll know that there's many, many stories about it, along with Merlin as well. But I thought that one looked
I've
cool.
got that one right here.
Yep, there's another Merlin-related story. This is actually a children's TV show, as well as being a book. We've watched the TV show. Cecile's not seen all of it. She hasn't seen the last season.
Yeah.
But
Still looking
I
for
grew
it.
up watching it, and I've seen the ending. It is quite good. I wouldn't recommend watching the episodes over and over and over. Like you read watch each episode at one after the other. Because it does get a little repetitive, but then it is a kids show, so they tend to be like that. But it is quite good.
Yeah. And the pictures are really nice.
Next, I have this not very interesting looking book as such. I mean, it's got a nice cover. It's red. It's got a damaged spine. The back's red. I am intending on fixing this. I just haven't done it yet.
It's an old book.
It's an old book. And this is The Country Beyond. So there's a bit inside there. And I don't know much about this book, but I opened it up and I read this. Not far from the rugged and storm-whipped north shore of Lake Superior. And that caught my interest because I have a friend who lives in Minnesota. And if you don't know, Lake Superior is kind of part of that place. I mean, it's technically part of 3 different states because it is a big lake. But it is in Minnesota, so you can get to it there. And, yeah, it caught my interest.
Next one is Zoe's Rescues You. It's another...
Zoe's. Not Zoe's. Zoe's.
It's another shiny letters.
There's more.
Yes. I seem to end up
Looks like there's some nice pictures inside.
Yes.
Are you going to show them?
I'm getting a really nice one. Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
They are gorgeous.
Next, I have Tales of Terror from the Black Ship.
Definitely sounds like something you would read.
I really like the cover. Reminds me of a book I read when I was younger, but I can't remember what it's called. There are a few pictures in here. There you go, there's one. Sounds like an interesting book. And here's the back. That should be interesting.
Next one is The Jolly Pocket Postman or Other People's Letters. Which we love the Jolly Postman.
Yeah. And if you don't know about the Jolly Pocket Postman, there's pages to read, but there's also parts in little pockets that you could take out, and it's the letters. You going to show that one?
Yeah. The Wolf Princess.
And that's a shiny cover.
Yes. And it has...
Sprayed edges.
Yeah. All the way around. To protect it from dust. I don't think there's pictures. No, but there is some little doodles at the top of the pages.
That's nice.
It'll be a nice read.
You can show another one?
Yeah. The ones that disappeared.
Foxies. You can tell it's foxy. That's a fox.
I get a lot of foxies.
Cecile really likes foxes. And so any book with a fox she's got to have.
I don't think there's any pictures. You could pause and read that if you want.
Right, the next one I have is this. So this is a Terry Pratchett book. And if you don't know, I have been working on collecting the series, the Discworld series. This is The Last Hero. And this is a heavily illustrated book.
It's gorgeous.
Every page has pictures. There are pages with writing as well. It should be a nice read. This bit is quite an interesting bit to see. So I am looking forward to this. I don't know what it's going to be like exactly.
But it does look cool.
There's a cool page. That's that one.
Next one. The Star That Fell. And look at that.
Foxes! Who's surprised? Not me. Looks good.
Yeah. Every page has pictures. Let's see. Is there another good one? Trying to find one that has a fox. There's definitely lots of animals.
Yeah. Been shown all?
Yeah. Eagle wing.
Mm.
And another shiny one.
Looks like it's got horses in it.
Yes. You could pause and read that if you want.
Has it got any pictures?
Yes, it does.
It's got a couple of pictures. Here's one. Go. Next, I have this one. So this is Arner's Top All book for girls. And as you can tell, this is a old book. It is lovely though. And it has a label in it because it was given to somebody. And it was given to them in June 1938. So that's quite a long time ago. It's got some really nice illustrations. Very pretty. Oh. So that's that book.
Next, we have a field guide of Spiderwick.
So this isn't the same as most of the books that have been shown today. This is a field guide, so it goes along with Spiderwick, which we haven't read yet, but we're planning to read it.
And it's gorgeous.
And it's got all sorts of information to do with the book. And there is a film about it, which we have watched, which is what got Cecile's interest in wanting to get things related to it. So that's the books. Hope you enjoyed seeing all the books today. We would love to know if you have read any of them or if you're interested in reading any of them.
Yeah.
So remember to like, comment, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications every time we put up a video.